This is weird being here by myself. I'm not really sure what to do, but we will figure it out. Hi, I'm Shannon, and I will be going live with Sarah today, and I am so excited. Here we go. Pop her in.
Hi,
Hi.
Jazz.
Hello. How
How
are
are you?
you?
I'm good.
Even
Long
though I
time no
was
see.
speaking to you on FaceTime like 10 minutes ago.
I know. Hi,
What's
guys.
up?
Not too much. Just had dinner. Cooked some dinner for the fam.
Ooh, what'd you have for
Yeah.
dinner?
I had a bowl. There was some tofu and some carrots and
Yum.
cucumbers. Um, all the good stuff. There was an egg on top. I don't think my family really liked it that much, to be honest. But oh, hi,
I'm not
Zach.
a good cook, but Sarah is a really good cook.
Ah, thanks, Shaz.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Really good at making fairy bread now.
Yeah, Shannon
I'm
and I
real
made a lot of
proud.
that. We did. It was so good. It was so good. Shannon turned me on to fairy bread. Well, Shannon, you explain what it is.
So fairy bread, Sarah one day in my hotel room was like, are there any like Australian cuisines, Australian delicacies that you can show me? And I was thinking about it and I was like, I don't know, fairy bread, I guess. And fairy bread, for people who don't know, it's delicious. You just get a piece of white bread, you put preferably butter, but margarine works as well, on top, and then you cover it with 100s of thousands.
You know what I think really heightens
And
it?
it's really good.
I think salted butter changes the game. Like I've spent
It would.
it
Oh,
it
hey, Blake.
elevates the sweetness like putting salt on a melon.
Yeah.
Huge thing.
Salt on a
Also,
melon?
my sister and her boyfriend said that the tofu was the highlight, but anyone who's watching, I can
Yes.
attest that they thought it was. They didn't think I cooked it well, so uh, they're
Look,
lying.
we're getting two conflicting stories here. I think we need to get to the bottom of it. I think it's a really pressing issue. Not
um,
salted butter. Oh, Jackie. Oh, Jackie Drew's here.
Hi, Jackie.
Oh, Jackie was mine, me, and Eleanor's accent coach, but she quickly became our on-set mum for all of
She's
us.
awesome.
She's so sick. So
Miss.
yeah, did you want to answer some questions? Let me have a
Let's
look.
let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Everyone's just saying, can you please save the live?
Hi,
Can
Mahala.
we?
My friend Mahala is watching. She's in
All
an incredible
right.
show, by the way. Industry HBO,
Ooh,
and
what show?
yeah, Industry on HBO. She's an incredible force.
All right, everyone go watch it.
No,
But watch The Wilds first if you haven't.
true.
I mean, why would you be here if you haven't seen The Wilds? I'd be scared. I'd be like, why are you down here? All right, first question. What are you going looking forward to in season two? Well, so we don't know anything. We haven't seen anything. I'm just gonna preface this by saying we haven't seen anything. We don't know anything. But what are you looking forward to, Sarah?
Um, well, I'm looking to forward really quickly. I just need to mention Adana James.
Everyone's here. She's like,
Yeah,
please notice me.
I'm looking forward to noticing
No.
Adana James in real life.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
being in her
so looking
presence.
forward to noticing, I don't know, James in real life, giving her a cuddle.
Um, I think I'm really after this year in quarantine, I'm just looking forward to like being surrounded by people that I have missed and loved so much, and good hugs and lots of
Hugs
love
and
and hanging
are
out.
you
Yeah.
excited to come to Australia?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I am very excited to come to
Yes.
Australia. Shannon's country, Shannon's home. I've never been to Australia, so I'm super stoked to be there. I mean, filming in New Zealand was so cool to be in such a different part of the world and so far away, and experience it there, experience life there. So I'm super stoked to be in Australia.
It's
And just, yeah, I'm just really excited to see everybody. What about you, Shannon?
yeah. Well, just so you know, we're gonna have to like ride kangaroos to set. Um, so that'll be. I'm not joking. It's how we get around.
I saw this thing on TikTok the other day of the inside of a kangaroo's pouch and like a little
Oh, they're
tiny,
so spooky in there.
it's very cavernous. It's called a joey or a billy,
Yeah, a Joey
a
sits in
joey.
the, yeah, that's the baby kangaroo. It's a Joey
Yeah,
in their little
I
pouch.
I had never. It was very small. It was very young, but some guy just
Had a
opened the
look.
pouch and
There it
had a little
is.
look.
Had a
Yeah,
look.
yeah.
Oh, my friend Lara's here. Hey, Lara. Um, yeah, what I'm looking forward to, obviously, seeing you in person again. It's been way too long, and just seeing everyone. Because I was meant to be seeing Mia in December for New Year's, and then unfortunately that sticky Corona came back, and we had a
Sticky,
little
sticky.
sticky Corona came back. But Anna's gonna be back in Melbourne soon, so I can see her in person, which is nice, which will tide me over until when I can see you and everyone again. But yeah, it's been a whole year of not seeing
I
you.
know, that's so crazy. I
I
can't
love
tell
how
if
we were
this.
like, let's visit each other like
Yeah,
after the season's over. I'll see you in New York. You can come to Melbourne, and then
here we
everything just
are.
exploded. Here we are.
Yeah, it's. I can't tell if this year has gone by fast or slow at all.
Mm.
Um,
It feels like the slowest and fastest year.
yes, definitely. I feel like that's historic. Like here, I mean, I guess anytime can be historic, but this year certainly has felt that
Mm.
way. And I feel like history is just that. It feels this sounds. I don't mean it to sound this deep because it does not sound deep at
Mm.
all. But yeah, it feels fast and slow at the same time. Funniest episode to film.
I like this because there's really funny scenes in like all the episodes. I think the funniest episode, even though so much traumatic stuff happens, but I think the funniest episode to film as a whole, weirdly, I think six. Six was really funny.
Well, there was that whole vomiting scene, which is just
Yeah.
hilarious. Hilarious. What did we have to eat? It was
It
like
was jackfruit and miso soup
mm,
together,
yeah.
and just like stirred up in a cup, and there was this really funny moment because we were sharing the same cup of vomit to spoon into our mouths with a teaspoon, and there was this one moment where they were like, "Come on, guys, we're gonna get the we're gonna get the vomit in. You gotta get the vomit into your mouths. We're like about to go again." So I like scoop a little bit of this vomit into my mouth, and I think to myself, "Oh, that's not enough. Like, I can like hold more vomit in my mouth." So I go to like scoop another one into my mouth, but as I do, just weirdly, that action with the taste of it and just the thought of it being like vomit made me almost vomit for real. And I just had
Yeah.
this moment for real. And I thought maybe it was just going to be very realistic.
Yeah, I agree with you. Six was fun to be like just so in the pits of illness and dehydration. And I mean, the Susie Glass did an incredible job of makeup, making us look
Yes,
just
the whole
so beat
team.
up.
Just
Yeah.
so watching that back for the first time, I didn't realize how sick and pale I looked. And then our scene in the water, I remember seeing my face and being like, ah, what's wrong with her? Oh my God.
Well, I really liked that scene. I cannot remember what episode it is, but it's when Rachel and Nora have a conversation on the rocks, and you, me, Sophia, and Adana were in the background for like I
For like
think we're
2 hours
for
or something
so
like
long.
that.
Yeah, and we
And
just went absolutely crazy down on the beach.
the most exciting part was, yeah, watching the show for the first time and being like, right, we're in the bag. Didn't make it in.
Mm.
All of our hard work,
I
all of
actually no,
our
I was
drama
looking for it.
games.
I think there is a little
There's a little
section
bit
where you can see our little bodies.
bunny, 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 bunny.
And the Yeah, we
Money,
played
money, money.
theater games. We played theater games for like 2.5 hours.
It was just us running around being like, bunny, 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 bunny. And I remember I set up my iPhone in, I think, one of the suitcases because I thought this is really funny. I kind of want some footage of just us playing these drama games. And it's blurry. It's all blurry. I'll find it and resend it to you, but we're all blurry.
How's the audio?
Has the audio on
Yeah,
this?
oh, no, like in the video. Can you hear us?
Oh, you can hear it. You can hear it and you can see it. It's just
All
a little
right.
bit blurry.
There we go.
So it's just us going, bunny, 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 bunny. And then we pretended to be dinosaurs. Do you remember? Edna's dinosaur was the best. We all pretended to be dinosaurs for a little bit. And we were just walking around going,
I've been noticing recently that I think I have selective memory. I have really good short-term memory.
Yeah.
But long-term memory is not.
Yeah.
Is not strong.
I'm the same. People will be like, remember when this very important thing happened? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? Oh, here we go. I know because Sarah and Amy talked about this. Is there a blooper reel? Yes. And they said it was coming soon. So, and I think it's funny. I hope it's funny.
Filled with bloopers.
Do you have a blooper that you noticed on set that you think might be in it?
Well, yeah, I know that one time when I was yelling for Fat and when we lost her in the woods.
Yes!
I said Leah instead.
We were doing the scene and it was so great. And there's poor Sarah just as Leah being like so cut up. She's like, we have to find her. We have to find her. Leah! So good. It was one of the funniest things.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine was. Wait, you go.
I was just gonna say, like, there are definitely so many. What I'm interested in is figuring out what bloopers made the actual cut, because I know, like, Shannon had so much. She had great improv, and some of her improv lines made the final cut, and they are so good.
My love.
So good.
I think the blooper that's gonna definitely be in it is when I'm at my dancing scene at the start of episode 3. John, our director, really made sure to make those floors slippery. They really did buff them out really well. And I was in socks and I have to slide in. And the slide went perfectly every single time. The slide was solid. But then I decided to do a kick and my whole foot just slipped out from underneath me and I've never disappeared out of a frame so fast. And I just landed like on my ass and on my back. And I remember John being like, come see it. Oh, we gotta watch that back. Come see it. She's there. She's gone.
Did that make it in the reel?
I think so. And I just go,
there is nothing funnier than somebody falling.
There is nothing funnier. And it's even funnier when you're trying not to laugh about it. Oh, I like this one. This one's just really cute.
So many.
Favorite memory. So many.
Shannon and I had been wanting to take like a nice little beach vacation. I mean, we spent like so much of our time on a beach, but we wanted to have this really nice, relaxing day away and get good food and like spend hours on a beach. And we finally had a free weekend and we went, and it was terrible weather.
It was so bad.
Raining.
It was raining and it was overcast. We made the most of it. We listened to a really good podcast on the beach. It was awesome.
What podcast do we listen to?
Oh, we listened to We Hate This Man. We listened to a podcast
we listened to
Harvey Weinstein
defense attorney
podcast.
of Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, that was interesting.
which was super interesting. But we hate that man.
Yeah. We'll leave it at
Okay.
that. Yeah, wait, just
Um,
tell me, what are your memories? There's just too many to sort through right now. We live next to each other in the hotel, by the way, so.
oh yeah, by the way, our hotel rooms were right next door to each other, so we were literally neighbors. And so we used to just get home, get off set and be like, you want to just come out and hang out in my room? Even though we just spent the last like 12 hours together. I think my favorite one of you is when some of my favorite memories were when we would get, because we had to get tanned and then we'd have to sit in our
Uh,
spray tan for 4 hours before we washed it off. So we would just like sneak over to each other's rooms just in our robes, and we would just make like passion fruit icing and fairy bread, and then we were trying to teach each other how to twerk for a little bit, which was really funny,
yeah.
to
I
songs that are just untwerkable too.
and I cannot do a TikTok dance to save my life.
Oh no, same.
Wait, but what was the one I was trying to do? I'm gonna embarrass myself.
the
Is it from
the
it's from a video game, right? It's the jump, jump, jump.
someone just
You
said there's a spider on my curtain, and I don't know if they're pulling a prank on me. It's all right. It'll probably be really small. Maybe he's just hanging out, you know? Unless they're lying to me. I don't even
I have
know.
a bunch of bugs in this piece of art behind me. There's like
My
beetles.
favorite thing was Erna's dance that we all just started doing.
Oh,
And when the
yeah.
if she's still here, I'm sorry for bringing that back up.
Fortnite dance. Somebody, yeah, it's a Fortnite dance. I cannot
Oh yeah,
do a
yeah,
Fortnite
yeah.
dance. It's
Neither.
terrible.
Oh, I like this one. What was your most difficult scene to film?
Um,
Either difficult in it was hard, or maybe just like a scene that took a lot out of you that you didn't realize until you were like there on the day.
what's yours?
Mine would probably definitely be Dot's dad passing. That was I was just so scared to do that scene because I wanted to do it justice, and I have like an intense, sometimes get very intense imposter syndrome. So I was like, if I can't do this, then it's just going to prove to me that this is just like a pipe dream, and I can't actually act. And I remember doing it. We did 3 wides, and John was like, "Save yourself for your close up. We're doing your close up at the end. Save yourself for your close up." But I would just look at Greg and immediately start bawling because he would just bring it out of me. We did 3 wides, 3 close ups on Greg, and then finally it came time for my close up. And it was just it was one of those things where your brain kind of switches off, and then all of a sudden it's the end of the scene. And yeah, John came out and he was like, "We got it, 1 take. Anything else you want to do?" I was like, "Oh, are you absolutely sure that we got that? That sounds impossible to me." And he was like, "Yeah, 1 take. I think that's it." And then I went outside and cried for like 10 minutes. So
Good
it was
cry.
good. They were like, "Hand stuff now. We need some hand shots." And I was like, just give me 1 minute. I just need to go outside and cry. And there's Esther like, "Anybody got a tissue? Can anybody help this girl out? We need help."
Well, it was
Love Esther.
fantastic. That scene always makes me cry, no
What
matter
about
how many
you?
times I watch it.
I mean, how many
Um,
times?
the hardest scene to film was episode 4 when Fatten smears blood on my face. And do you remember that day when it was super, super windy?
Oh, and the
It was
sand being picked up in
awful.
the wind.
Yeah, the sand would get picked up in the wind, and I had this fake blood on my face, and it would stick to the fake blood, and it would get in my eyes, and I had to like keep my eyes open because you like couldn't. I don't think you could see the sand on the um screen.
You could see it like moving across the ground, but it
Oh
was
yeah,
also in our face.
in
You
the
couldn't see
yeah
it in the
that the
air,
wind
but
just
we felt it.
ripped.
Yeah, and I
And
just, God.
go ahead. We
No,
just had to do
you.
that scene so many times, and it was time and time again. We had to like take the sand and the blood off my face.
Yeah,
And I remember
reset.
looking at Susie, our makeup designer, and I was like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
No, mom. No
She's
more
got
on and
this.
off.
Yeah, thank God for her.
Do you have that beautiful photo with Susie as well on that day?
Yeah,
You
I
guys got
remember
that
that.
beautiful photo together, and that's actually one of my favorite photos that I took from set is of you and Sophia and
Oh yeah,
you with your coffee, and she's like,
yeah,
yeah,
that
that
was
was amazing. I can't even. And then you had to do your whole like walking into the water shots with all that sand
yeah.
just flying into your eyes. And I remember us following after you and being like, "How do my oh my God, I can't see."
It was
And
intense. The
then all the
elements.
eye drops and stuff, and then wiping your eyes with the tissue, and then
Oh
all the
yeah, with the
sand on the
eye
tissue.
wash too. Yeah,
Oh God, it was a good day. It was a good day.
yeah. Great memory.
We really were out there, just like doing these, just like filming in these elements. I'm trying to look for another question. Trying to look for another question. Making up a song. La 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 la. Sorry.
I liked it.
Thank you. Oh, you did this a lot more than I did.
How cold was the water? It's cold. Yeah,
It's
it was really
cold. Short
cold.
answer. It's cold.
Really freaking cold. Yeah, we had some wetsuits. There was a certain point though, like yeah, you just had to get over it. And it was sort of thrilling to be in the water. You didn't really have to act that much because,
Yeah.
and that was so, what was so great about the show. Like you just didn't have, I mean, there were certainly emotional moments that you had to hit, but the reality of being in those elements and how they weathered us. I feel like I came back from shooting and I was like, the crypt keeper, you know, like I just looked so, I felt like I aged. Um, but yeah, the water was cold, but you got over it.
You
And
get over it pretty quickly.
yeah,
You start to it's the moments where you do a lot of water stuff and then there is like a really big camera change or lens change or turnaround and you're out of the water and you get kind of dry and then they're like, get back in,
going again.
time to get back in. And you're
Yeah.
like, no, please, please. Um, oh, I would actually really like to hear about this from you as well.
Was it hard to shoot the black box diving scene? Um, yeah, definitely. Um, it's it was a long day. I think we spent 8 hours in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's a lot of choreography. Rain and I actually cut our fingers once on the mini fridge, getting some of the LaCroix. I still don't know how to say it, LaCroix or LaCroix.
Is it
I think it's
LaCroix?
LaCroix. LaCroix.
LaCroix?
Um,
I would
LaCroix.
like some LaCroix,
LaCroix.
please.
But yeah, it was just, it was so much, it was very similar to a lot of our days of, yeah, they're long and they're intense. And like we said earlier, the elements are intense. But then just the added element of like being wet. I also got sunburn, and I
Oh,
hate sunburn. I feel like a moral failing when I get sunburnt. Um, like I could have prevented this. Um,
yeah, your poor nose got really bad, and you got really burnt on your lips one time.
I
We were like, well, it
did.
looks real,
My lips were
but
so burnt.
it wasn't from when you were sitting up on that cliff like all day.
No, that was that was so funny. That was the aftermath of it. That was the day
Oh
after, I
no,
think.
yeah, you were, and then you were like, cool, I'm sitting up here in the sun all day.
Yeah, and then I had that hat on and like an
You
umbrella
had
over
this
me.
big hat, and Tom was like, jump, you pussy, jump off, do a flip.
Yeah, the sunburn happened when we were laying high in the beach, talking about like whether
Oh
you and Fallon
yeah,
would live together afterwards. Um, yeah, sunburn. Um,
sunburn. Sometimes they were real, sometimes they were fake. Mostly, sometimes they were real. It's just
but
hard to put sunscreen on once you've got, because obviously you've got your sunburn makeup on. So it's hard. You can't like rub sunscreen in properly. So it's just you're being constantly sprayed with spray on sunscreen. And then
yeah,
you're just choking on the fumes. You're like, Ooh. Oh, I like this one. What did filming the wilds teach you?
You
Did it
go
teach you
first.
anything?
You go first.
It, I love this show so much, and I think the massive reason why I love this show so much is just everybody that I met. Just meeting you and everyone was just the biggest blessing in my life, and I feel like for the first time I've kind of really found my people. And I think it's just, you read about casts getting close all the time when they do TV shows, and that's what I was wishing. I was like, please let us be one of those casts that you hear about who become a family, and we really did. And I think what filming taught me was just how powerful I can be in my own right, and that when you have a supportive cast around you, how incredible that experience can be. And I loved it. I
I like
loved
that.
it. What about you?
I think in a similar vein, it was so much time to reflect this year between finishing it and it coming out and everything that's happened in the world. Sort of made me reflect on the headspace that I was in while I was doing it and the pressure to get it right, whatever idea, and like achieve this idea that I had in my head. And sort of, yeah, changing the framing of it. It's like, what an amazing experience that I had to go to this new place, to do this new thing, to meet these new people, and for them to have such a huge impact on me, and how I hope that's a blueprint for the rest of my life, that I get to be in projects or do things with people that will remain in my life even after that project is over. I mean, Shannon and I
Yeah.
talk. How many times a week do you think we talk? Like at least every other day.
Yeah, we probably talk at least like 4 or 5 times a week.
Yeah.
We
No,
usually FaceTime each other every like second day.
because it's been too
And I
long.
love it.
What's
It has
happened?
been too long. What happened? I miss you so much.
I
Let's
miss
have
you.
another look. Let's have another look. I need to stop making up songs to fill up time. I just need to feel comfortable in silence.
Someone says they need an editing shoot, I can't talk right
Oh,
now.
editing
Editing
tutorial.
editorial.
Yes, please. I want that. How did you become such an incredible editor? Please
It's
tell
sort of
us.
through osmosis, being in rooms with
Mm,
people that are so good at what they do. I just sort of pick it
yeah,
up. Yeah, no, iMovie.
that
That was sort of my
video
first
was so funny.
dip
It
into it.
was right before you posted it. I was on FaceTime with Sarah, and she's like, "I made a little video for us, by the way." And I was like, oh, cute. Expecting it to be kind of like a montage of like photos and videos of us from season 1 together. And she's like, oh, it's a bit like corny. So just like get ready for that. And then she plays me that video. And I was like, oh my God, it is the best thing that I have ever seen and that anybody has ever made me. I love it. It's so much better than I
More to
expected.
come, for sure.
It was just beautiful. And I think, yeah, hopefully we get to see more of your talented editing skills soon.
I'm gonna get like Premiere or some
Yeah,
really intense. Yeah,
you
so I'm
should
like, oh,
edit our bloopers.
it's so expensive. I mean, not that I'm actually looking
Mm,
into getting editing material because that's what you've
mm.
seen. Is uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
unconfirmed. Sarah's going to be editing one of the episodes
yeah. Don't tell
in
anybody.
iMovie. In iMovie. Um, I would love to talk about music. Do you listen to music 24/7? Almost. But what are some of your favorite songs and artists?
Um, I've been listening. Well, Shannon and I have a shared playlist that we add songs back and forth to each other.
How dare you?
Um, how dare you? Yeah,
How dare
how
you?
dare you? Um,
I
I've
shouldn't
been
be up here.
listening recently to a lot of Willow Smith. I really love Willow Smith's music. A lot of Niluf. I can never. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce her name, but it's Nilufer Yanya, who does The Florist. I really like her album. Um, God, let me look at my Spotify. I can never remember artists. This is the memory thing that I'm talking about. It's just like
You're all of a sudden put on the spot and you're like, Mello?
it's blank.
What stuff that I listen to all the time, I all of a sudden can't remember it.
Exactly. I mean, Spotify, it's right there. It
It's
doesn't matter.
right there. What
It's,
was your top song of last year? Do you remember on your Spotify Wrapped?
I think Samio was on there, Big Wheel.
Yeah, mine was just an
What
old 90s song.
Shannon has
Mine
some
was,
has anthem after anthem after anthem. Oh, I've been listening to a lot of Arlo Parks. I've listened to Arlo Parks' new
oh,
album
okay.
like nonstop this week. Um,
I've been listening to a lot of Anderson .Paak right now,
mm.
and just like bop after bop after bop. Mine was The King of Wishful Thinking by Go West. And I was like, oh,
Oh, that song.
cool. I didn't realize I actually listened to that song that much, and it was my top song of 2020. Kind of fits, kind of fits. And I told my housemate about it, Tash, and I was like, do you know my top song was King of Wishful Thinking? And she's like, yes.
Yeah,
I've heard it at least once a day. I
The
hear it all
Strokes
the
are really
time.
good. I like the Strokes new album that came out recently, and that is
Oh, I haven't listened yet.
it's good. They have a song called Eternal Summer. Oh, also Jadu Heart has really great music. That's I've been, those are my musicians that I've
I feel
banned.
like I discover a lot of music from Sarah actually. And there was a lot of uh songs that we were trading back and forth in New Zealand. Like we started listening to Phone Numbers together, and then was it Wayne's World that you showed me?
Oh, Thumpasaurus. Thumpasaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, collaborated I think with Justin J. Um, and Thumpasaurus is a great band, super
Oh,
funky.
Jose's here as well. Hey, Jose. I
Hi,
miss you.
Jose.
We love Jose. This is now a Jose Stan account. And my Twitter is a Sarah Pidgeon fan account.
I'll take
Oh,
it.
I like this one. What's your favorite theory? I'm saying again, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if these are true. I don't know if they'll become true, if they were always true, if they're not. My favorite theory is that Gretchen is my mom. I just think that's so interesting. Or that she adopts me legally. So,
I think that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, I'm
Um,
just kind of like, to sidestep foster care, I'm going to adopt you. I'm like, okay. And
she
then
saw
realize how bad that is.
I was I saw something the other day about this isn't really a theory, but like Jeanette's tie and Jeanette's um like if Leah wasn't in shock from waking up in the middle of the ocean, that she would have noticed that Jeanette had had her phone in her hand when she boarded the plane, but then her phone was ringing in her suitcase, and like who puts their cell phone in their suitcase? Um,
Yeah, especially since she like, because that was the one that we saw on the plane, wasn't it? That was the same phone that she had on the plane was also the one that was in the suitcase, which was like Jeanette's phone. That's super interesting.
I also think
Yeah.
the whole uh Mrs. Wolf being in Gretchen's circle really interesting. I think
Yes.
she sent the birth
Confirmed by
certificate.
Striker.
Yeah, my idea is that she sent the birth certificate. I don't know if Jeff is in it. I don't know if he's part of Gretchen's circle or not. Wasn't it that
I don't think so. I think just like Miss Wolf noticed a weird opportunity and she's been stalking you for a bit. And teachers can know everything if they want to.
there was a theory that Mrs. Wolf was trying to target Ian for the boys experiment, right? And then it
Yeah, that's what I thought
happened.
too. Like she was trying to target Ian, and then um or she knew all along that Ian didn't have a car and then was kind of hoping that you would pipe up and did this whole little like, oh, thank you so much, you're a lifesaver, and then went away like, um, yeah, maybe she was trying to get Ian and then just found an opportunity in Leah as well. But it confirmed she is a part of the circle, so
Oh my God, your mom's
confirmed.
on.
My mom. Hi, mom.
Hello.
Hi, mom. Uh, oh no, I like this. Favorite Leah one-liner. You've got some really good one-liners.
Yeah, I think her most famous one is I've never related so much to a toothbrush, but I really like uh in episode 2 when they're climbing up the mountain to see if they can see land around them,
Yeah.
sort of civilization. Um, I think either Rachel or Shelby asked, so what do you think we'll find up there? And Leah says, I'm hoping for a sandals resort, which I just think is really funny. I still see those commercials for sandals beaches. Um, yeah, and just pictured that while I was saying it. But
I love your I'm ready to bring a game. I just have no idea what kind.
what about you? Some of your best one-liners, I think, are the ones that you came up with.
Oh, one-liners. One-liners. Here's me being like, what was my one line? I think my favorite one, which was written in, was oh good, yeah, definitely do that. Just so sassy out of nowhere, and I loved it. Just I'm gonna suggest something that may or may not be
Be
helpful.
helpful.
Yeah, yeah, definitely do that. Please. I did love that one. That one was really fun.
I could not keep it together. I think there's actually a video of this. When you take when you take Patton's toothbrush, and then or when you take Sophia's toothbrush, and then Sophia punches you in the face, or I guess Patton punches Dot in the face. But
Mm.
I always thought it was so funny. I thought it was oh my god,
And
you
just like
sold it so well.
you in the back. That was really fun. And then they were like, we can't get a mat under the sand because we're going to be able to see it. So you can just like duck out of the shot. And I just turned to Ed and I was like, no, 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 I'll do it. I'll just fall on the ground every time. It's okay. My back has never been so sore. But look, I did it to myself. So can't really complain. Ooh, I like this one. What's your favorite song from the soundtrack? Sarah actually was the mastermind behind one of the songs.
Girl Blunt?
Yeah,
Girl Blunt. Yeah,
Sarah
it
found
felt
that song
appropriate.
and it was so appropriate. That's another song you showed me. And then you were like, what if I suggested it to Striker for the scene where we're all high? I was like, yes, do it. And then it was in.
What's your favorite song on it?
My favorite song, I really like Only God Knows. That was
I love that
I
song.
love because I've never heard that song before and watching the end of episode 7 and all of a sudden just that zoom in on Shelby with that bass in the back and it's like only God knows and I just oh what a cool way to end an episode. It just gave me tingles all over and just yeah just seeing like Mia's face. It was so awesome. Like, what a great lead in into the next episode. Oh, and Cake
Agreed.
by the Ocean, of course.
We
Great
cannot
scene.
forget.
Jared,
Um,
who plays Alex, just what a legend.
that I remember
What
talking
a
to him after we filmed
legend.
that scene. Didn't he danced the entire song through in every single
In every single one of him. So it was like
spot.
8 times.
Yeah.
So we had to do 8 different Alex's takes, but then also, then when they would change shots, you'd have to do those 8 Alexes again in a different shot. My God, what a legend.
I I really love I also really like Only God Knows. And I love Reckoner, the Radiohead song.
Yeah.
Angelus, Elliott Smith, and then what? Waste of a Pretty Face or Pretty Waste.
So good.
Yeah, that was
I remember when they sent us
great.
the
The
pilot,
pilot.
the original, and that end scene was because it was a pilot. That end scene ended up being reshot with Rachel Griffiths in the new location, the bigger Dawn of Eve set with the massive projection. But I remember seeing that for the first time and just like my breath caught in my chest when all of a sudden it was like, what a waste of a pretty face, and it did the boom boom. I was like, this is so cool. What
It's
have
very
I just
intense.
done? It just made me so excited to go back, which I was, yeah, I was just so excited. It's such a cool song. God, it's so cool. I'm looking in more.
I think Mia's here. Hi, Mia.
Hi, Mia. Should we do three more questions?
3 sounds good.
Three sounds good. Da-da. And hi, Mia. I love you. Miss you. I talked to you really recently, but I miss you still. Da 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 da. There's so many. I'm just trying to sing Raise Your Glass.
Oh, Day by Day.
No.
Thank you, Mia. Day by Day
Oh,
was
Day by Day. So
listen
beautiful.
to it almost daily. Mia did an incredible job in that.
Oh, you know what my favorite song is? My favorite song is My Word is a
Is a
lamp
lamp
unto
unto
my
your
feet and a light
feet.
unto my past. It's
Agreed.
so good. We would just break out into that, wouldn't we? All right. Until new ones come in. What's your favorite movie, Sarah?
I think that's a very hard question.
I love you, Mia, so much. She's like, fuck off. Uh,
Favorite movie? I don't think I can answer, but I can say I just watched Super Dark Times and I liked that a lot. And I watched About Time with Shannon. We were scrolling through Netflix one day
yes.
and we were trying to figure out something to watch. She's like, "Have you watched About Time?" I was like, "No." She's like, oh, "We're watching it. We're watching it." And it does make it gives you all the feels. I also love The Truman Show.
That's one of my favorite films. I love that film.
I really like Sorry to Bother You. Um, yeah, those are what come to mind, but I think it's hard to say
Yeah, favorite movies are
a
like
favorite
hard
movie.
to pin down. Absolutely. My favorite films are I just have this like deep love in my heart for American Beauty, uh, which it fucking sucks about Kevin Spacey being a real dick. But Annette Bening in that film is just like, oh, I love her. She is just incredible, and I do love American Beauty as a whole. It was I think it was the first film that I watched when I was actually quite young when my mum showed me that film, and I remember just I'd never felt just like so much like I want to be an actor from like seeing a film like that, and I was like, this is so I want to do stuff like this. And then I love The Lobster because I love Colin Farrell, and I love Yargos. I think he is brilliant. And that film is so weird and the acting style is so weird, and it's just I could watch it all the time. And then I yeah, love About Time. That's like one of my Love Actually films that I chuck on to like feel good.
You know what I watched at the beginning of quarantine? Donnie Darko.
Donnie Darko and just Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Young.
Ooh.
You know, actually, I think we share this. I know you have a soft place for Jake Gyllenhaal. He also was, I think, the first time I had a crush on someone because I watched him in The Day After Tomorrow. Have you seen The Day After Tomorrow?
No.
Shannon, you need to watch The Day After Tomorrow.
That's so disappointing for
It's
me.
about climate change and all of these natural disasters hit. There's like 80 hurricane or not hurricanes, tornadoes one day. Um, New York gets overtaken by a flood, and then everything freezes, and then there's a tundra, and there's wolves. And I
Oh my
think
God.
Dennis Quaid plays his dad.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and Jake Gyllenhaal gets
I
chased by
just had a
wolves.
massive
And I
crush.
went, yeah.
Also, my
But
mom in the chat said Swiss Army Man, and she is correct. I really do love Swiss Army Man. I love Paul Dano. I got to see him on Broadway in New York, and I just could not believe that that man was in front of me in person. I was like, I love you, and I love Daniel Radcliffe. I love where his career's gone. He's amazing.
have
But
you
yeah, Swiss
seen
Army Man, weird film.
a weird film? What'd you say?
It's a weird film, Swiss Army
Hmm.
Man. Really weird, but I love it so much.
Have you seen the Daniel Radcliffe TV show with Steve Buscemi?
Yes, it's
What's it called?
I know it's on
It's not
Stan
Good
here in
Omens.
Australia.
It's on like
It's
TBS.
someone
Um,
will tell us in the chat. But I know exactly what you're talking about. And there's
yeah.
this brilliant Australian actress, Geraldine, she's in it. And she's so cool. I don't know her personally, but maybe hopefully one day I will. She seems awesome. But yeah, Miracle Workers. Thank you, Lara. Thank you so much.
Miracle
It's
Workers.
Miracle Workers. I have seen it. I actually, and I really do enjoy Steve Buscemi. He's excellent. All
Did you
right,
watch
two more
Boardwalk
questions.
Empire?
No,
That's good. He did that. I've
I
been
should
watching
watch
too
that
much
next.
TV.
Same. I'm watching Schitt's Creek. Oh, here we go.
Solid.
Favorite book. We're just here with the favorites right now.
You go first.
Favorite book. I read this brilliant book called A Little Life while I was in New Zealand. The woman who, her name is, the author's name, I've got a blank on it, but it's called A Little Life, and it is just so incredible how she writes characters, and I cried. I don't, yeah, me crying over a book and having to put the book down and reassess my entire existence. I love books like that, and it's just very painful. Brilliant book. Love that book.
I am sorry, I'm getting distracted because I my sister's dog just ate something and I can hear her shout. um, I just read a book called Exciting Times by I'm not sure how to she's Irish. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. It's
Oh, Hanya, thanks.
Naoise.
Hmm.
Um, and it was really fantastic. I also love Otessa Moshfegh. I like Homesick for Another World. It's a really good book. It's like a collection of short stories. It's really incredible. Um, and Gia Tolentino's collection of essays is really good that I've been working through. Um, if you like normal people, though, I would definitely read Exciting Times. It has a very similar vibe. I checked it out on my public library subscription. You can probably do that too because I think it's a new release. So,
Mm.
uh, highly recommend getting a book for free.
And we all
Although
read Normal
support authors when
People
you can.
on set. We all got through Normal People together. We were all reading it. I think I borrowed your copy. And then we passed around My Year of Rest and Relaxation. We
My Year of
all
Rest and
ended up reading
Relaxation.
that as well.
So
It
good.
was, we should do more book swaps.
We
We
should.
should. We should all bring a book and we should do a book swap again.
I got a books. Adana gave me Her Body and Other Parties by Carmen Maria Machado, and that is another really really cool like short story esque book. It's sort of like um, uh, magical realism, very dark. I like a dark read. Oh my God, I have
Ooh,
one more book. I have one more book and then I'll stop.
yes.
My absolute darling will make you.
Oh,
Did I tell you to read that?
yes, you have. It's on my
Yeah.
list. I have
Um,
so many books.
it's so good. It's so good. Anyways, yeah, that's stay on Book Talk too. Book Talk on TikTok that's where I got all
Oh
my
my
information.
God, yes. I
Yeah.
need to try and get on it. Maybe if I just type in books enough into the hashtags, it'll finally take me there forever. What did the dog eat?
I don't know. I think my mom
We
asked
don't
me. I was
know.
like, it's gross. It's in his throat. Like he's a puppy, so he eats everything, and he's a big puppy. He's a Bernedoodle. He's like 50 something pounds.
I wish you could see these questions as well. Makes me mad that you can't. What type of, do you have a type of question you want to answer for the last one? I don't even know. There's so many. I
Yeah,
want
I
it to
have
be
no
a good
idea.
one. I want it to be a good one. No, so imitate Eleanor's accent, imitations. I'm so sorry this is taking me so long.
It's okay. I'm
I think some
hoping
of the
to.
questions are also repeating themselves over and over again, so I got to scroll through like 10 of the same question.
When
Yeah,
I'm in
one more.
Australia, I hope to perfect the Australian slang.
Yes, you're getting close. Got to go down to the river.
Gonna go down to the river.
The
Oh,
river.
gonna put the kangaroo on the barbie. Gonna have.
But yeah, apparently we do eat kangaroo here. I've never eaten kangaroo before, but
Well, isn't it? I feel like it's our equivalent of deer. Like people eat deer here.
hmm. But yeah, apparently we're like one of the only countries that eats the animal that's on their national like emblem.
Hmm.
I think I'm putting too much. I think I'm putting too much pressure on myself to like pick the perfect question to like
Mm.
end on. I'm
There's
like,
no perfect
oh, it
question.
has to be perfect. It has to be perfect. Oh my God, it's got to be perfect. Um. Oh, someone said read One of Us is Lying. My very good friend is actually in the TV version of that's being filmed right now.
Of one of us
So
is
look
lying.
out for him. Yeah, Cooper Van Grootel. Look out for him. He is an Australian legend. And I used to do acting classes with him when we were younger. I'm so sorry, Sarah. My God, you know how indecisive I can be.
Shannon, I have nothing to do, so it's so cool.
Da 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 da. I can tell you later what most you can probably guess what most of these questions are actually asking. So it is a lot of the same question, which is why it's very hard for me to find it.
um,
Moving on. Moving on. It's just people thinking they're like Dotton or Leoton.
both.
Oh, here we go. What do you think of
Mm,
this one?
this is a great question.
Great. Oh, thank God. It took me forever.
um, oh, I
Do you want me to
think,
go first? You go
yeah, you
first.
guys.
Did the words make you feel more comfortable about yourself? Yeah, definitely. I think it did, and I think it was just down to the fact that just the show is so special in so many ways. And I always told myself that before I couldn't play teenagers anymore. I really did want to play like I wanted to be in a very raw teenage centric show just because it's such a whirlwind time in your life being a teenager and things that it just like grows you and shapes you in so many ways. And I think it's just so interesting to talk about and live and act the teenage experience in all its highs and lows. And I think it just made me more comfortable with just like things that happened to me in the past that I relate to with Dot and being like, oh, it's not the end of the world. And things that you went through made you stronger. And I think, yeah, it definitely made me more. I just really love the show. And just being around you guys, it just made me feel so much more comfortable in who I am and made me realize that, you know, actually, maybe I am pretty cool. Thank
You are
God.
definitely pretty cool. I liked what you said about being around everyone because I feel like, yeah, the people in this show have such, different perspectives on things, and there's so many like very strong, wonderful personalities, and I think being around that, like there were certainly times where like you second guess yourself and like if you're supposed to be there, um, and I think I'm being able to like talk openly about how you're feeling with these
Yeah.
people that I admired so much. Like I was able to make such amazing friends, Shannon being one of them, and I think in order to get whenever I've been able to like reach a new level of comfort with myself, it's inevitably come after like, great discomfort and growing. Growing is painful, um, and I think having space away from the wilds and being able to reflect on this whole experience, um, what am I trying to say? Yeah, I guess it feels hard in the moment, but then when you're on the other side of it, it's like wow, it's the pride you have and
Mm.
the sense of accomplishment and knowing that you absolutely can do that because you did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm definitely still uncomfortable with myself, but
Oh.
hopefully
Mm.
a little less in the ways that I was before.
And like we did that. We did it.
We did it.
And we get to do it all again. And I'm just so excited to see you and to just get back into it. Let me back. I just want
Yeah,
to
I'm
read
excited too.
scripts and be dot and see you all and give you all
Fairy
kisses. I'm just
bread.
so excited. COVID safe kisses, by the way.
COVID safe kisses.
We will be safe.
Quarantine. 6 feet. It'll be
6 feet.
very strange to be in a country where
Get
there's
away.
not so many cases.
Mm.
Been pretty terrible over here.
Yeah, my heart just goes out to everybody and anybody who's been affected by this and is really struggling. But we will get out on the other side and things always do get better. And it's unfortunately just going to make the most of a shitty situation sometimes. And on that note, I
Well,
reckon we should sign off, but say one last nor, which we actually started
Nor.
doing. We actually started doing the very exaggerated nor because Sarah started doing it.
Nor.
I think off Mia.
Clear.
Was it off
Clear.
Mia?
Nor.
Clear
Clear.
nor.
Nor.
Clear Ema.
And there was actually we were, my cat, we were thinking about renaming her. I mean, it's a cat, so like, it doesn't really matter with her name.
Is this Stinky or Tinky?
This is Tinky. This is Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky.
Yeah, we also, Stinky, we got a kitten whose name is now Minnow, but she was nameless for a minute, and she smelled terrible. Oh my God, it smelled so bad. So Shannon would call her Stinky. Not that she could smell her because it was over the phone, but I was able to communicate just how terrible this cat smelled. But yeah, we were thinking about naming her Clear because I like Clear so much.
Clear.
But Nor, it didn't catch on.
Didn't catch on.
No.
But yeah, we started doing the exaggerated nor because you started doing it first. And it really did catch on. I loved it. You'd be like, nor.
Nor.
Nor. Nor. It's time to get back in the water. Nor.
Nor. It's always funny.
I can't wait for more nors
Nor.
in person. Because I
How do you
never
say-
realized it until you pointed it out. You were like, you
Nor.
put an R on the end of your nose. And I was like, oh yeah. Nor.
How do you say yes? Say yes.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Yes. Another way to say yes is,
Oi.
well, if someone's like, do you want to get a beer? Someone else will say, well, we're not here to fuck spiders, which means yes.
Is the Pope Catholic?
Another Australian slang saying. It doesn't really make sense to me either, but yeah. We're not here to fuck spiders means yes.
I like it. I'm gonna
So we
adopt
have
that.
Nor, and we have We're Not Here to Fuck Spiders.
I'm gonna
And all
remember
those
that
people
in a
who
little
were
bit.
saying there was a spider on my curtain behind me, you can all get out of here. You're making me nervous.
Pranksters. These are the real pranksters.
I know. I
Nor, I
know.
know.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we're doing this for an hour. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in and for listening to us. And yeah, we can't wait to give you the next season.
Ditto. Everything that Shannon said. Same. Thank you
And
for
I love
tuning
you and I
in.
miss you. And I can't wait to
I
see you
love you too.
soon. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.